Hello friends, welcome to another reel. Today we will be looking at Netaji Subhas Chandra Bose. What were the theories basically after August 18th, 1945? What happened, right? So we will look at the common theories, and because this is one of the famous books, Bose Deception by Anuj Dhar and Chandrachur Ghosh, Mission Netaji, the team which has done a lot of extensive research on to find out what happened after Netaji, and this is their new book, The Bose Deception. Good read. Okay, so what happened? So let's come to the first common popular narrative. August 18th, 1945, Subhash Chandra Bose was on a plane with Habibur Rahman, his close confidant, commander, along with some of the other Japanese, generals, and they were near Taiwan. When the plane takes off, it actually then goes down and crashes in the airbase, and his body is burnt almost, and then Habibur Rahman escapes with few burns, and hence Bose is last rites are performed, and his body is not in a shape that to be photographed or even transported to say India, things like that. So last rites are performed, ashes are then finally you can even go now in the Renkoji temple, and it says that that's where the ashes of Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose lie, and a lot of prominent even our leaders and all from India have gone time and again to pay visits. Okay, so that is the common popular perception. But of course, even the British spies at that time never believed completely on this theory. So there was a lot of activity, there was a lot of trying to spy around and see what actually happened to Bose. And of course, the first two commissions which were set up during the independent Indian government, the Shahnawaz Commission and the Khosla Commission, have reconfirmed the theory that Bose did die in August 18th, 1945, and that has been confirmed. But the Mukherjee Commission, which came in early 2000s, late 1990s, so that gave a different report. It said that Bose did not die in the plane crash, and the evidences are conclusive. But of course, what happened afterwards is not clear. So there needs to be further research, investigation done to really understand what happened. There's no conclusive evidence of what happened if he didn't die in the plane crash, right? That's what Mukherjee Commission said, but that was kind of, the report was kind of sidelined. So now, as of now, this is the situation. But there have been a lot of especially if you see, there are a lot of good movies. Gumnami is one of the very good movie about this topic in Bengali, and it is based on the work done by Mission Netaji, Anuj Dhar and Chandrachur Ghosh. A lot of work, based on RTI, all the information they've got, all that is even there in this book, right? So let's look at what are the other common theories. The second theory, if you can say, is that Bose did not, of course, die in the plane crash. He was not even there. It was basically a stunt to show that he was in the plane, but actually the plane, it didn't even take off. And these were all staged photographs, everything was staged. And Habibur Rahman, as being the close confidant of Bose, he was meant to lie, and he was meant to, so that, because Bose was a war criminal. If you remember, the British government had declared Bose as a war criminal. So they didn't want Bose to be caught and found, and because he would have been hanged by the British. So Habibur Rahman lied through his teeth, and he sustained a lot of torture, but he stuck onto the narrative which Bose had asked him to, right? But now what happened, the other theory is that he goes, of course, through probably Mongolia, and he goes through the Soviet Union. So he enters Soviet Union. Why Soviet Union? Because that was the only country post the World War II which was a strong enough nation, a superpower, to challenge the allies. When you say allies, it is the British, the Americans, and together. So it was only the Soviet Union. So definitely that was the only country, and he was anyway pro-Russia, pro-Soviet even before he had gone. He wanted to go even before to Russia, to Germany, right? So he wanted to go to Russia. So there are a lot of, I mean, there are theories, of course, that he went into Soviet Union and he was working there as probably a secret agent as well, for Stalin's, KGB, or at that time whatever the secret agency was, because we have to remember that the Soviet Union, the initial Stalin era till 1953, was not very pro-India, was not very pro-Nehru, you can say, right? So because they eyed Nehru and the Congress with suspicion, as this could be, same way, that the capitalist government, and it's not a socialist, it's not moving the socialist direction, things like that. So there was apprehensions between Stalin and Nehru. So there was it wasn't like a very close bonhomie between them. So it could be that Stalin did use Bose because, for some kind of secret agent activity, or there could be he could have been a secret agent. We never know. And eventually he probably died somewhere in Siberia, is one of the second theories, right? Of course, as I said, it is very improbable. Even that's what even the authors here mention, that he would have had him killed and things like that, because Stalin was not very pro-Nehru, and he wanted to have a strong, probably someone like Bose, who he would want in future to return to India and probably take over the leadership. And he found Bose to be more socialist, actually, and more left. So that is a very common, it's a possibility. The other, of course, which the authors of Mission Netaji and even the Gumnami movie basically says, is that he was, till here it's fine. He was in Soviet Union, he was in Siberia and all that, and then but later, probably after the 1950s, he came back through Tibet and through China, and he came back to India as a monk. And he stayed in Uttar Pradesh, a village, and he kept moving from multiple places, but he was a monk, and he was called the Gumnami Baba. The common name is Gumnami Baba. There were other names as well, but the people, he was very discreet, and he was not a very popular, he was not with huge gatherings and all. He used to live a very discreet life, and very like a shadowed life. But there were a lot of things which were found in his room, basically, after his death, and around 1980s, there were a lot of things about the World War. It could be things which only Bose could have known. There are a lot of artifacts related to international, as well as very top secret kind of information which was found. Now they have been so that is like converted to like a museum. So basically, this is the third theory, Gumnami, that he returned and he was aware. And of course, if he was in India, he was. The government was aware, but he as well as the government didn't want him to come public, because that could again attract the British and basically the American, British, CIA, things like that. The secret agents would again come after him, or it could probably spoil relations between India and the West. That is the third popular. So these are the three theories, friends. We don't know yet. There have from past few years, there has been no activity. There has been no there have been some files which have been put up by the government, but they're not yet conclusive. So we need more. We need the truth to come out, and we need to know what happened to our greatest national hero, Subhas Chandra Bose. But these are the common theories. Good movie, Gumnami, very good books, Bose Deception. So thanks for watching. Bharat Raghu signing off.